Hey guys, it's Drew with Apex Therapy Texas. I wanted to come on here and do a quick video on anxiety. I get asked a lot, what is anxiety and how can I recognize it when it presents itself? Well, anxiety is when our brain experiences fear, but it can't recognize where that fear is coming from. So that fear starts to become a compulsive or obsessive thought. And the way we recognize it sometimes is maybe an increased sense of anger. Maybe we feel extremely frustrated. Maybe we have very high stress levels. Those can all be some of the emotional indicators that we're experiencing anxiety. The other thing, you might experience physical sensations before you actually understand how to recognize these emotional indicators that you're dealing with anxiety. Some of those physical sensations could be a stiff neck, pain in your neck, tightness in your chest, a knotted feeling in your stomach, headaches. Anxiety is brutal. It can present in a lot of ways physically. So again, if you think you might have anxiety, but you don't recognize any of these emotional triggers like stress and anger and frustration, maybe look for some of those physical sensations that can be clues that it's time to get some help. How can I reduce my anxiety in the moment? That's a big question. I am frustrated. I feel myself getting more and more frustrated. I feel my anger rising. What can I do in that moment? And I like breathing techniques. They're simple. We can do them anywhere because you never know when that anxiety is going to strike. You never know what type of situation you're going to be in, but you can always breathe. And I like to explain breathing techniques because telling someone when they're in the middle of fight, flight, or freeze to just breathe can be pretty damn condescending. We know to breathe, we know we're supposed to breathe, but what we're trying to do in these situations is take anxiety, which is a compulsive feeling of fear, an obsessive feeling of fear, and we're trying to arrest that thought. We're trying to stop it in its tracks. And the way we do that is we start to integrate rational brain with emotional brain. How do we integrate rational with emotional? We start to do things that hardwire data into the rational side of our brain. One of those is counting. So we want to count our breaths. The second is we want to take really long, slow, deep, controlled breaths as we're counting. So now we have taken an autonomous process, which is breathing, and we've made it a mechanical process, which is hardwiring more rational data into our rational brain and starting to integrate emotionally. So we've done two things now to arrest that compulsion, the sense of anxiety. And as we start taking those long, slow, deep breaths and counting them, we think about lowering our heart rate, consciously lowering our heart rate and coming back to the present. So that is a very good technique in the moment. Another question, how can I combat anxiety long term? Well, that one, I again like to go to a type of breathing, which is meditation. I'm a huge fan of meditation. Guided meditations, breathing meditations, sleep meditations, walking meditations, whatever gets you focused on the present and focused on breathing will help you combat anxiety. Meditation is simply the act of controlling your thoughts. And anxiety, again, it's an obsessive compulsive thought. It's a fear that we can't figure out. Our brains can't figure out what's actually causing it. So it races. The breathing in the moment, the breathing technique, the counting, hopefully can arrest that compulsion. And a meditation practice can help us long term to be better able to control those obsessive compulsive thoughts. And meditation is great for anxiety, depression, ADHD, anything you're battling. It's just a better, stronger brain. And then what are some helpful apps and tools? I mean, any meditation app, whatever you like, whatever voice you like to hear, whatever soothing meditation app you can find, I'm a huge fan of. So those are my tips on anxiety. If you have any questions, always reach out to us at Apex Therapy Texas. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to help. And hit us up with any questions because we're always about providing solutions to your anxiety, stress, and addiction problems. I'm Drew with Apex Therapy Texas. Thanks. Have a great day.